What's going on, guys? This is not gonna be my final balancing video, just a quick something to help you guys out understand this arm and how to start with it at least. So first things first, remember, when you ever attach this, keep your back nice and straight. Do not attach it in any of these weird positions, because the way you move your back is matters, because eventually you'll be able to control the flow just with your back and your hips and whatever. So we got this nice and loose. Remember, assemble it, then attach it. Learn how to do this trick. That's gonna be a quick release system. You're never gonna have to rebalance this thing again once it's balanced. Okay, so what's a good starting point? Remember, once you apply the weight to it, right, you're gonna apply a lot of pressure. For me, it will be left because I have my arm attached to my right, and vice versa. So whenever you guys balance everything nice and straight, you always want to overcompensate a little bit to the right and up. So what's a good starting point? If you guys look right here, imagine you have a level, right? What you want to do is to put this as flat as possible. So I'll hold this with my left arm. I'm gonna get about right there. Lock my knobs, not too tight yet. Now I'm gonna let it go, and as you can see, it brought itself down, so I see it's not leveled again. One more time, we're gonna unlock one of these knobs, go a little higher, my back nice and straight, and it's getting somewhat better. Now again, lift it a little higher, roughly right now, maybe a little higher. Okay. So now I got it somewhat flat, maybe slightly overcompensated, which is fine. That's how I want it. Remember, slightly overcompensated up, slightly overcompensated to opposite side. So if my flow is gonna be right here, I wanna slightly overcompensate this way and slightly overcompensate up. Because once you apply the weight, you're gonna tilt your entire belt and it's gonna equalize itself. So right now, let's see. I got about right there. I think I need to overcompensate a little bit more to the right. Roughly right there. Okay. Okay. I already have my knobs adjusted, but I'll explain right now. So my arm roughly stays right there. Let's see, straight back. And it does some random things, but it's all right. So now let's turn on my gimbal. Remember, you guys already have this pre-balanced, of course. Always do everything with the gimbal on, in my opinion. Okay, gimbal is on. Let's attach this bad boy. Not the best way to attach it, but it works. Okay, and now let's see. We'll lower the float. And you can see it's going hardcore left, but it's already pretty good straight and back, so I nailed that one pretty good. Do not adjust these knobs when you have anything, any load on these springs, anything. That's a suicide mission. You're never gonna get it, and you're just gonna freaking drop something. So get this off, lock it in whatever thing you got to lock. I got this cool Pro Aim little docking station. Okay, set this monitor on something. Okay, so now I figured it goes hard left. So I gotta adjust my side to side. And again, remember, overcompensate. So let's overcompensate a couple notches. Roughly right there. Another thing I recommend, once you get snug, wiggle the arm a little bit. It'll help you find the rosette teeth alignment a little better. Sometimes if two teeth get on top of each other and you lock it like that, under pressure they will slip. So you always want to make sure they're already in the groove. I don't know how to explain it, but make sure they're in the groove. So let's lock this and try this again. Drop the float. Boom. Nailed it. Now I can let it go. You can see the float sits nice and straight. If I tilt left, it goes left. I tilt right, it goes right. If I go forward, it goes forward. And if I lean back, it goes back. So now let's talk about the spring adjustment. Let's loosen them up a little bit so we pretend that I have not have them adjusted yet. And by the way, my float is so heavy, one of the springs is maxed out. I do not recommend doing that unless you're crazy like me. You want every little gadget on your float. So, all right, some of you guys try to turn these knobs when there's pressure on it and it's in like weird position. You cannot turn this knob until this arm is somewhat flat. So what do? You lift it up until this arm is flat. Boom, all of a sudden you can turn the knob. If you move it up and down, you'll find that little sweet spot. Turn it until it stays flat on its own. Let it go. Nope, not yet. Turn it a little more. About right there. That's all I got. I can't go anymore. Then go to the next one. Turn that one. Let it go. I get a little more. Let it go. Here we go. Perfect. And yes, my float is modified to the extreme because I tried to turn my float into RE Trinity, which is still not the same tool, but you guys getting the concept. So now we have perfectly balanced arm that you can just let it go. You should be able just to control it with your hips. That's where you guys want to get to, all right? If you guys can get that and you're holding to this pose like it's about to freaking fall off or something, you're gonna completely ruin your footage. If you can't do this right here, don't even try to using the float because your footage is gonna look horrible. So hope it helps. Peace.